gonna do something a little bit differently tonight. Gonna do something a little bit different tonight, man. I am not going to highlight the negatives because it's SmackDown. You guys already know what's coming on this show tonight. I don't need to go over the negatives. SmackDown in itself is a goddamn negative. Okay, Bruce? No creativity, I see, Bruce, huh? No explanation tonight, Bruce. What happened? What happened? I don't want to highlight the negative. I want to highlight the positive. I want to highlight the last thing that I seen on tonight's show. It was the only thing worth watching on this pile of garbage known as SmackDown on Fox. This is WWE at its best. Now, WWE and the word best is very hard to find nowadays, but this is WWE at its best. This is WWE using the resources that they have in front of them with the situation that is ongoing right now and applying it to entertain us and give us the best product possible. Bray Wyatt ain't worth the fucking lint that's in my jean pockets. He's garbage. He died in Saudi Arabia. If you don't believe the words that I'm spewing to you right now, I really don't give a shit. You're nothing but a fanboy at that juncture, okay? And if you're a fanboy in that category, your opinion means nothing to me. Bray Wyatt is dead. Whatever John Cena said about Bray Wyatt tonight, about him invoking fear and then fear leading to panic, or whatever the fuck he was talking about, he really made Bray Wyatt seem more dangerous than whatever's going on in the world today, and we know that's not anywhere close to being true. WWE really wanted those words to mean something. Bray Wyatt wouldn't have lost the Universal Championship, and Bray Wyatt wouldn't have been booked like a goddamn fool. A loser. A loser. WWE used its taped atmosphere. WWE used its, WWE used the time that they have. Before this show aired tonight, they had all week to make this show look pretty. They had all these days to use some level of creativity. And they did it in that final segment of SmackDown tonight. John Cena. I love John Cena when John Cena is on. I love John Cena when he is angry, when he's serious. I say it all the time, and I know there'll be some cretins in the comments section. Oh, John Cena sucks. John Cena ruined wrestling. John Cena, he's a cancer to the wrestling industry. John Cena. Your opinion means nothing to me. John Cena is one of the greatest promos in WWE history. Don't give a shit what anybody says. When John Cena is on, I dare you to find anybody better than John Cena. Okay? Now, when John Cena is on like that, it just, and I did this same exact thing that I'm about to detail to you right now. I put my phone down because this show was fucking garbage. I mean, I tried my best to entertain myself by Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, something. Something. Just to take my mind off of what I'm watching here. Mind-numbing garbage. But when John Cena is on, I put the phone down and I listen to every word out of his mouth. Every word. And then when he was finished, we seen the fucking rabbit, rambling rabbit, standing behind the barricade or peeking over the barricade. Then we seen Huskus the pig. Then we seen Mercy the buzzard. We seen Abby the witch. And we seen all the Firefly Funhouse characters in and around different parts of the Performance Center tonight. And then we seen The Fiend with the lights going out like they usually do. Like the way WWE did that in the Performance Center. And then we got Bray Wyatt as The Fiend in that little eagle perch right above where Mauro Ranallo usually does his commentary. That little eagle perch that NXT utilizes on their weekly shows. Standing there. And then all of a sudden, we see him and in the ring, it's Bray Wyatt at the same time, and he's in John Cena's ear, and he utters the words, "Let me in." And then they're both gone. They both disappeared. And then John Cena, the way he acted at the end of the show, he was talking all that big game. He was talking about how Bray Wyatt's a joke and how he is just another name in a list of many names that think that they are owed everything. Chance after chance after chance, blah, blah, blah. He's not afraid of Bray Wyatt. John Cena was like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? Holy shit. You know, John Cena acting like he just got the chills, you know? Like, oh my God, did that just happen to me? This was an absolutely fantastic segment. And I don't use that word on SmackDown at all. Fantastic and SmackDown are two words that will never exist in the same fucking sentence, especially on my show and coming out of my mouth. But I know if I tell you guys that something is good on this show, you will go out of your way to watch what I said was good on this show. And if you did not watch SmackDown tonight, I want you to go to WWE's YouTube channel and watch that closing segment. The final segment before we head into tomorrow's WrestleMania show on Saturday night, part 1, night 1. Phenomenal stuff. We're going to go over what John Cena said. We'll dissect his promo and what happened detail more in that closing segment. But man, that was fucking great shit. And this is what I want to see out of the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania. When John Cena was looking at The Fiend and The Fiend was looking at John Cena, they had that creepy music playing in the background. I hope that's the idea that they're going with for this Firefly Funhouse. We don't know where it was filmed. We don't know how it was filmed. We don't know how it's going to be portrayed. Those things in the blender. And even though we have some negativity about John Cena and Bray Wyatt and a match between them at WrestleMania, it's not really going to be that good because the first one wasn't that good. You put all those aspects in a blender and it's going to make me sit there and I'm going to feel intrigued. I'm going to be interested in seeing what WWE cooks us up in the kitchen at WrestleMania. I really am. And I hope that they deliver. They showed aspects of what could be at WrestleMania. Whether that happens tomorrow night or on Sunday night, I don't know. I would assume that the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match are not going to happen on the same night. They'll probably do one on Saturday and one on Sunday. Which match happens on which night, I don't know. But I hope that what we seen was just a little glimpse, a little taste of what WWE is going to do for that Firefly Funhouse match with the creepy music. And there were rumors going around that Bray Wyatt and The Fiend were going to be in the match. You were going to see both versions of Bray Wyatt in the same match. That could have been a teaser for what we could see on either Saturday or Sunday. So that was really, really great shit. One of the better segments I think WWE has done all year in their television or on their television. So go out of your way and watch it. There was a report by Pro Wrestling Sheet and that fucking goofball clown, Ryan Satan, that WWE was going to give us the Universal Championship announcement and that Roman Reigns being removed from the Universal Championship match and WrestleMania. And in comes Braun Strowman. The announcement and the storyline surrounding this decision and Roman being pulled was going to be unique. Unique. Now, if you expected WWE to give you balls to the wall logic and things were going to be fun and exciting and intriguing for WrestleMania, and all of this was going to happen, this change was going to be exciting, then you were terribly mistaken. You were utterly disappointed. Triple H promised unique. I don't know if he was talking about Braun Strowman and Bill Goldberg with Roman Reigns pulling himself out, or he was talking about something in NXT. Maybe he got his notes mixed up when he was conducting this interview with ESPN. Uniquely what? What was unique about the fucking announcement that we seen tonight? All they did, I swear on everything, if you guys didn't watch the show and you're coming here to watch me rant about this fucking horrific garbage. If you didn't watch the show, all they did was announce nonchalantly, oh, and the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania will feature Bill Goldberg and Braun Strowman, the monster among men. Braun Strowman, with the graphic that popped up on the screen. No storyline, no reason why Roman Reigns is not there, no reason why Braun Strowman was undeservedly, illogically inserted into this fucking matchup. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is WWE. This was to be expected. We know that they don't give a shit. But my God, they blatantly told you tonight, I don't give a shit about WrestleMania. I could talk to you and sit here for an entire fucking hour and tell you why Braun Strowman doesn't deserve a Universal Championship match, no matter what hierarchy he's in. It doesn't make sense. And the fact that you're just throwing him in there with no logic, with no reason, with no explanation is downright fucking lazy. How do you think that looks? How do you think that looks? Are you happy with that decision? Are you pleased with the fact that you gave us a graphic on SmackDown with no explanation, and then you got your fucking social media team going on Twitter, and everybody in the comments section, led by yours truly, of course, blasting these fucking people? Blasting these people. Why? I don't want to see this. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody gives a fuck about this. Nobody even gives a shit about Braun Strowman. They're barely giving a shit about Bill Goldberg. Now you got two guys in the fucking match that nobody gives a shit about. And on top of that, you got no explanation. Man, what a WrestleMania, man. If there is a fucking just... If you need an explanation of WrestleMania, all you got to do is look at what they did tonight and look at this match. What is WrestleMania 36? Goldberg and Braun Strowman. They should be fucking ashamed of themselves. They should absolutely be fucking ashamed of themselves. What are you going to do? You're going to save the fucking explanation for the night of WrestleMania? Why? Why? What good is the fucking explanation on the night of? You should tell people on the night before. Should have been done 2 weeks ago. You gotta be out of your fucking mind if you think these fucking people care about you or the fucking event happening on Saturday and Sunday. You fucking kidding me? I'm looking at this from an outsider's perspective looking in. I could tell you every which way why it's wrong. Who does that? What business does that to their fucking paying audience? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And you know why they're doing it. They're clickbaiting you every which way. They announced Roman Reigns up until last week. On social media, they were announcing Roman Reigns up until yesterday. And then we get Braun Strowman tonight in a fucking graphic on SmackDown with no explanation whatsoever. Why are they doing it? They're clickbaiting you. They're clickbaiting you. Not only did they clickbait you by holding the fucking announcement till tonight that the match was actually changed, because they had everybody to believe, they led everybody to believe that the match was still on, because they wanted people to actually pay for this shit, thinking that Roman Reigns was still on the show. Then they announced Braun Strowman tonight, and what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to wait till either Saturday or Sunday, because the match is probably happening on Sunday. So what they are thinking is that they'll give the explanation and maybe play the storyline tomorrow on WrestleMania Night 1. I don't give a fuck about it on Night 1. I don't give a fuck about that match on a card with other matches I'm sure I'm more interested in. Why? Why? So you got to insert the storyline into WrestleMania when that is the least of our concerns? You should have given us an explanation as to why the fucking match is happening now, last week, when Roman pulled himself out all these days ago. Clickbaiting the audience so that you buy into their bullshit so they don't owe you an explanation at that point because they already got your money. They already got your money. This company treats its fan base like a fucking preschool fucking program. And then you still got people who defend this garbage up and down on social media. These blithering idiots. Seriously. If Vince McMahon jerked off, they'd be on their fucking hands and knees licking every last drop. These fucking clowns. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I can rant about this all night. It is downright pathetic how this company goes about doing what they did. It's bad enough WrestleMania is even happening. Then they do this, your Universal Championship. I swear to God, if Bill Goldberg walks out of WrestleMania still the champion, I would be floored. I would be floored. Braun Strowman does not, and I urge you, it's already taped, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? They probably taped multiple endings, I hope so. I hope they make the right decision. I hope that fucking ending that they go with is Bill Goldberg walking out the Universal Champion. That needs to happen. A, I'd be shocked, and B, it needs to happen. It really does need to happen. I said this on the fucking podcast already. You're going to give Bill Goldberg the championship and put him in a match with Roman Reigns. I understood it at that point. I didn't like it. I didn't give a fuck about the match. I didn't like Roman becoming the fucking champion again. We all knew it was going to happen, but my God, I'd take Nia Jax over fucking Braun Strowman. Seriously. It's a situation that I knew was coming, so I really didn't mind it. I didn't care about it. But the idea of Goldberg dropping it to Reigns is so much better than Goldberg dropping it to Braun Strowman. This is like a plan E. This is like a plan E. I came up with 3 other fucking scenarios to go about this. And what does WWE do? Yeah, we'll just throw Braun Strowman in there. Like he's a fucking piece of dirty laundry. Yeah, we'll just throw him in the wash, right? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Braun Strowman has one role and one role only at WrestleMania. He goes in to a situation like this to ultimately lose. He's done it all his career. He needs to do it again on either Saturday or Sunday. He cannot walk out as the Universal Champion at all. You gave the title to Goldberg to drop it to Reigns. You didn't give the title to Goldberg to drop it to Braun Strowman. You got to think about what happened before all of this happened. You gave Goldberg the title by having him beat Bray Wyatt. You want to make Bray Wyatt even more dead? Go ahead, give it to Braun Strowman. So this is theoretically what they're doing, folks. They had Bray Wyatt lose in 3 minutes to Bill Goldberg. They gave the title to Goldberg for Goldberg to drop the title to Braun Strowman. So we go from Bray Wyatt losing everything because they wanted to do it for Roman, but instead Roman's not there, and now we got Braun Strowman. So they killed Bray Wyatt for Braun Strowman to become the Universal Champion. They killed The Fiend and had him pinned in the most saddest way possible to get the title on Braun Strowman and put Braun Strowman over as the guy. Does that not sit right with you? I mean, what does that do to you? Does that not signify, oh my God, this is wrong. This is a mistake, right? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? Now, if you are, go seek help. Seriously. Go break your curfew and walk around the neighborhood after 8 p.m. Go ahead. I don't even give a shit at that point. Go ahead. But my God, you gotta be fucking someone sitting there with a few screws loose, if that's the case. Cannot be. Goldberg needs to walk out. And I'm gonna reiterate this tomorrow, because I'm gonna be live on YouTube. I'm gonna be reiterating this again live to everybody. Goldberg needs to walk out the Universal Champion. This announcement was fucking pathetic. Pathetic. Anyway. Those are the big 2 things that happened on SmackDown. We're going to try and breeze through this. When I say breeze, I probably mean I'll be here for another fucking 45 minutes, but I really don't want to be. But those are the 2 things that happened on SmackDown that were really just eye-opening. So we're going to go over the rest of the show here. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here on Off the Script. I am JD. Hit that subscribe button. As always, turn on that bell for all notifications. YouTube is just a fucking complete clown show. I've been getting texts from some of my content creator friends, and notifications are not showing up. People are not being notified of videos. People think that some channels are being shadow banned for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm in good standing. I got emails from YouTube saying that you're doing a great job. You're in good standing, right? We trust you as far as the monetization process goes. So I'm in good standing. I don't know what it is, but turn on the bell. I urge you to turn on the bell. Share the fucking podcast. Share the channel. Retweet. Fucking share it on Twitter. Do what you got to do. Share it on Instagram. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel. Without you, I don't have anything going on here. So make sure you guys are doing your part and get the word of the podcast out there when YouTube clearly is not doing that. And you guys by now know my schedule. You guys know what I do, when I do it, every day I do it. So just visit the channel. If YouTube sub boxes are not working, just go to the goddamn channel. You know I will be there with a Raw, SmackDown, not NXT because it's fucking worthless to me at this moment. AEW, Off the Script. You know Off the Script is going to be there waiting for you, just waiting with open arms, waiting to fucking hug you after a long day. Seriously. You know the schedule, so just visit the channel and fuck the notifications, really. But make sure you guys go and do that. I would really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at JD206. That is on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to support the podcast via Patreon, you can certainly do that as well. Patreon.com/JD206. I will be live, Live, I will be live in the flesh, in person, live on YouTube tomorrow at 1 p.m. I might have a guest, I might not have a guest, I might do it solo. My allergies are killing me. I'm sorry, I got fucking sinus issues all over the place, man. But if you guys want to check that out, tomorrow I will be live on YouTube, 1 p.m., a live version of episode 320, part number 2 of Off the Script. It's going to be a complete WrestleMania wrap-up. It's going to be news and rumors, preview and predictions, and we're going to be live, taking your super chats and answering your questions and having a good time and going over everything as we head into night 1 of WrestleMania, and it's going to be great. So make sure you guys set the notification. I will get a video notification out for you guys right after this is over, so it's in the sub boxes so you are aware. And I will see you guys then, okay? So please make a programming note of that. And I will be live after WrestleMania Night 1 goes off the air as well. We're going to be live. We're going to be doing this live on the channel. So it's going to be a big day for everybody right here on Off the Script. So keep that in mind. And if you missed any of my other content, please check out the podcast that I did previously down below. Monday Night Raw, AEW, and Off the Script went live today with part 1, episode 320. Over 2 hours of audio and video content. That's what you need to do right down below. And the podcast today is brought to you by my good friends over at Audible, audibletrial.com/offthescript. 30 days free of their service and 1 free audio book of your choice. Great way to support the podcast. SmackDown started with the Usos, and they walked out. And they said they're about to become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. It's like deja vu all over again. It's always the same teams on SmackDown. So the New Day theme played, and out came Big E and Kofi Kingston. They came out and started singing, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." And then they entered the ring, and they started gyrating and doing New Day antics. Big E said that they're used to 75,000 to 100,000 screaming fans. And this year's situation is unique. There's that word again. Unique. But, that's what Triple H meant. That WrestleMania is going to be unique. I must have misunderstood it like a fucking geek. He said Strowman and Goldberg and the story surrounding it was going to be unique. Maybe he didn't even tell ESPN that Roman was in the match. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. So, we got a back and forth between these teams. We've seen these teams go at it for like 12 years now. Who cares? I really don't care. I love all 4 guys, don't get me wrong, but in the ring at the same time, tag team match, I just have a very difficult time caring. So, out come The Miz and John Morrison. So they walk to the stage. Miz says that as much as they like to pretend they are all buddy-buddy, once the match starts, they'll beat each other up, which will allow them to climb the ladders and retain the titles. Oh, that's how a ladder match works. I'm sorry, I must have forgotten. Great. Like it's fucking second grade all over again. This is how you color within the lines. 2 + 2 = 4. This is a zebra. That's a giraffe. You fucking kidding me? Yes, I know how the ladder match works, clown. They do this every year. Every match, whether it's a Hell in a Cell, steel cage match, a fucking ladder match. Jesus Christ, you'd think the casual of casuals would know this shit by now. Anyway, so Miz and Morrison climbed the ladder on the stage because everything was already set up for them. Miz says this is why they are the greatest tag team of the 21st century. Be jealous, they said. Be jealous of what? The SmackDown tag team division? Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. What teams are in this tag team division that I should be jealous about? Anyway, the Usos and the New Day ran to the stage and attacked both Miz and Morrison. An Uso super kick. I don't know who it was from. I didn't really give a shit. On Kofi Kingston. They all six brawled on the stage with ladders being knocked over. Miz and Morrison actually left everyone lying on the ramp after they were done, and then they climbed the ladders again on the stage and held up their tag team championships. Great. Great. You know, this ladder match is not going to work with an empty arena. I just want you to know that. This was a glimpse of what's to come. All you're going to see is ladders flying all over the place and no reaction, no oohs and ahs and holy shits. It's not going to work. The Miz is not even on the fucking show. He's not. You think WWE would have filled this in on that one, too? Now, maybe he is. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Maybe all the reports that I read, all fucking 12 reports that I read about the Miz not being there and going home to being quarantined were all fake news. I don't know. But apparently, he's still on the show as of tonight. Now, I've heard that it's going to be Morrison versus one of the Usos. I've heard it's going to be Morrison versus one of the Usos versus one of the New Day in a triple threat match, in a ladder match, and the winning person for their respective teams will be the new tag team champions. What a fucking clusterfuck. Seriously. Don't know why you just don't save this for the Friday night after WrestleMania. Do you need to add another match on top of the fucking matches we have now? Everything's going to be lost in the shuffle. There's too many matches as it is. None of these shows need to eclipse 6 hours. None. You got 16 matches on an empty fucking arena show. Save it for SmackDown. If The Miz is ill, say he's ill. Fucking make up an excuse if you don't want to use that. And save it for SmackDown. No reason why this needs to happen on WrestleMania. None. It's not going to work. If it's a ladder match, this is a disaster waiting to happen. Not going to work. Didn't really give a shit about this segment at all. Speaking of not giving a shit, Naomi versus Lacey Evans versus Tamina was the opening match of SmackDown. Now, there is one positive in this match. Nobody botched. Okay, just let me get that out there. Lacey Evans is terrible. Tamina Snuka is horrific to look at. Okay? Don't even know why she's there. Don't even know why she's employed. I don't give a fuck who she is and who her father is. She should not be employed by any wrestling company anywhere on this side of the fucking planet. I'm sorry. Sorry, she sucks. Don't even know why she's at WrestleMania. She's virtually been unemployed for how long now? She hasn't made one fucking appearance outside of whatever she's been doing the last couple of weeks. And boom, a women's title match. If you want to know how worthless the women's title match is, or how worthless the women's title itself is in general, just look at this fucking match. Lacey Evans and Tamina Snuka are vying for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I hold my arms out, asking why. Now, this is WWE's level of creativity, folks. Okay? We got the premise of the match and why it's happening. We got the cast here with all 5 women. Now, all 5 women were in the ring last week, and it was just god-awful television. Completely over-scripted and just the most disingenuous filth that I've ever seen. And all 5 of the women are in the ring last week, and then WWE this week, this is their creativity. Well, this is the way Bruce's head functions. Well, all 5 women were in the ring last week, so let's take all 5 women again and have them in another segment the following week, but we'll have Bayley and Sasha, the best friends, sit at commentary, and we'll put the other 3 women in a triple threat match. What do you think about that, Vince? What do you think about that, Vince? Ah, Bruce, that's a great idea. It's exactly what the level of creativity is in WWE. I could be a creative writer and run circles around these fucking geeks. This is the level of creativity that is SmackDown. Now, if you think I watched this match with open, gleaming eyes, waiting for the level of excitement that WWE says emanates from the women's division, well, you fucking, Jesus Christ, you got a better fucking shot of me wearing a Yankees cap during baseball season. Ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. Now, I watched the maybe last 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I didn't see one botch. So there you go. Tamina Snuka almost fucking crushed Sasha Banks' ribcage with a fucking Samoan drop. But I'll let that one slide. I'll let that one slide. This was awful. Absolutely awful. Don't give a shit about Tamina. Don't give a shit about Lacey. Don't give a shit about Naomi. And I actually like Naomi. This match is your bathroom break. Make sure you ingest a lot of potato skins so you give yourself about 12 minutes to sit on the toilet, and then by that time, flush, the match will be over. Telling you right now, WrestleMania tips and tricks with JD. There I am talking about fucking food again. I could go for some fucking potato skins, I'll tell you that. Chives and sour cream and bacon. And you gotta use the 4 cheese, bro. You gotta use the 4 cheese. You need a mixture of cheddar and Colby Jack, maybe some fucking Swiss, right? Maybe some mozzarella. You gotta get the 4 cheese going on there. You can't have only 1 cheese. You gotta have 4 cheese, okay? There you go. Maybe I should start a fucking cooking channel as well. It'd be more entertaining than fucking watching Lacey Evans and Tamina Snuka do whatever the fuck they do in the ring. Moving on, Tamina wins. Nobody gives a shit. The women's title is fucking worthless on SmackDown. That is your review. Moving on. Bayley offered Tamina a handshake. I don't know why. They shook hands, and then Tamina super kicked Bayley. Cole said she was trying to curry favor, just like Alexa Bliss and Lacey Evans curry favors backstage with the writing staff. You know what I'm talking about. Sasha walked in and tried to fist bump with Tamina. Cole said she was trying to rekindle the days of Team Bad. Thank you for rekindling that terrible memory, Michael Cole. Was that really necessary? Team Bad? SmackDown is fucking Team Bad every Friday at 8 p.m. on Fox. And this is the $2 billion that they fucking spent their money on. Oh, my God. Samoan drop, and Tamina almost botched that one with Sasha crushing her ribcage. But what else is new? She's fucking terrible. If she was a rating in WWE 2K20, I'd give her about a -15, Tamina Snuka. There you go. We got a Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels retirement match. Can't shit on... Well, actually, I will shit on it. This is WWE's level of creativity. I mean, I don't know what the fuck this match means for WWE TV during this WrestleMania. What does this do for the current build of any storyline on WWE TV? This was definitely WWE just saying, you know what? We got this horrible women's segment, and nothing followed after that. We'll just fill up the rest of hour 1 with something that really doesn't pertain to anything on this year's WrestleMania card. I loved the match between Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. I love the ending. I love the emotion that Ric Flair had. And it just makes you sad. If anything, watching that makes you more depressed because you know you're not going to get that type of reaction and fan investment from a live audience this year like they gave Ric Flair. So that's the one takeaway I got from this rerun. You're not going to get any of what you seen there in that Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair match. So they showed 45 minutes of this with like 7 commercials, and that's what they did. WWE Network, folks. You want to go back and watch it? Go ahead. That's what you got to do. Mandy walked up to Tucker, who was stretching and getting ready for his match. Cole said he takes on Dolph Ziggler tonight. Great. So we see a graphic that we've been seeing. The truth will be heard during this segment. Cole paused during this graphic that interrupted the segment between Mandy and Tucker, and he did not say anything about it. So the truth will be heard. Should be my fucking catchphrase every week. The truth will be heard. Off the script. Should put that on a fucking t-shirt. So we go from that to... Let me see here. Tucker and Dolph. Tucker and Dolph. Before the match, Otis was pacing backstage. When Tucker walked up to him, Otis told Tucker to leave him a little piece of Ziggler for the weekend. Pre-show, but leave him a little piece. I'm assuming it's going to, if they have I think they'll have a pre-show, right? I would assume so. Get that extra hour in there, right? Tucker said he saw Mandy earlier and she asked about him. Otis asked what she was wearing. Oh, Otis, you'll be a very happy man, bro. That's all you need to know. Tucker said he thinks she was heading to Dolph Ziggler's dressing room, so I think she was just being nice. Otis got a text on his phone, and then he got very excited and walked away. Tucker says, well, I got my match next, and Otis was yelling down the hallway, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Bro, you could last 5 minutes with Mandy Rose? Holy shit. Jesus Christ, that's longer than anybody else, I'm sure. Anyway, Tucker and Dolph Ziggler. This one went to a DQ. Nothing much happened here. It was all what happened and what played out after the match. Tucker wins by DQ because the referee called for the bell when we had Ziggler thumb Tucker in the eye and then give him a zigzag onto the ring steps on the outside. He really wanted to take his frustrations out that he's got with Otis on Tucker right before WrestleMania. That's the whole basis of that story there. So Ziggler picks up the stairs and Mandy comes out. No music. She just comes out with Sonya, yelling at Dolph. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? And Dolph looks over. He's got the stairs up. He's about to hit Tucker. Puts the stairs down. So Ziggler stopped and walked away as Otis comes running out with his heavy machinery music hitting. Now, Mandy came out with no music. Sonya came out with no music. Here comes big man Otis. I love Otis. I think Otis is fucking great. Comes running out. His theme music literally plays for like 3 seconds as he runs to Tucker's 8. Can I ask you a legit question, really? Was it necessary for his music to play there? It's the little things that bother me. It really bothers me. Because I feel like it makes the segment look, A, overly scripted, B, a little unnatural and disingenuous. Now, if Otis came out with no theme music and he just ran out there and aided Tucker and he was showing concern, him running out with no theme music would have been a little bit more realistic. It would have been a little bit more natural. It would have been a little bit more impactful. But WWE does these things their way, and it's the little things that they need to change. That is completely unnecessary. That's just my opinion. That's my take. It's not what I would do if I'm producing or booking this segment. That's just me. You may like it. God bless you. I think it's fucking awful. But that's the way I would have did it. There's no reason for Otis's theme music to be hitting here. So, all of a sudden, the screen was showing someone in the Matrix. It looked like, I swear to God, if you guys ever watched Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel, I swear to God, it reminded me of something out of Deal or No Deal when someone is about to fucking hit the button, but instead of hitting the button, they go to look at the banker, right? They go ask the banker what they're going to be offered. And all you see when you're watching Deal or No Deal, when the banker has their segment, all you see is this shadowy figure walking about the fucking offices with computers and fucking tech all around them. You don't see this person's identity. You don't even know if they're male or female. All you see is this shadowy figure walking around. It reminded me of the banker out of Deal or No Deal. Deal or no deal, Bruce. I take no deal on Friday nights. Please, please, anything you offer me, no deal. That's what it reminded me of. Rumor going around that this is Mustafa Ali. Did Bruce answer my prayer? Are we seeing Mustafa Ali, Bruce, on TV? Now, what happened here is we seen The Truth Will Be Heard. Off the script. The truth will be heard. And someone in a hoodie from behind a control room or sitting in front of a control panel. This person spun around and you see nothing of his face. Are you paying attention? No, but thank you for asking. Are you paying attention? I told you the truth will be heard. Totally dark, shadowy figure. We don't see who this person is. Then they cut to Mandy backstage with a security cam And she was talking to Sonya, and she was saying, he's big. He's really, really big. Now, I am sure all of you guys had your mind in the gutter at this point. I don't know what she was talking about. She might have been talking about Otis being a big, husky individual. She might have been talking about Otis's girth in the bedroom. I don't know. No Blue Chew needed for big man Otis. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout for your free sample, by the way. Cheap plug. He's big. He's really big. But I think Otis is cute in a different way. And he's really sweet. Maybe she was talking about Dolph. Maybe Dolph is packing heat in the bedroom. Oh my goodness. Mandy said she doesn't think Sonya is supportive of him. Sonya told Mandy to promise details when she gets home. Mandy left the room. Then Sonya picked up Mandy. First of all, Sonya is there with Mandy, and Mandy walks out for her date, and she leaves her cell phone behind? I mean, who the fuck leaves their cell phone home when you're going out? Really? Now, I understand that no cell phone for a date. That's very old, so maybe Mandy's old school. I don't know. But you're going to leave your cell phone out in the open there? I mean, come on, bro. That really is not something anybody would do legitimately, realistically. But she leaves her cell phone there on the table. Sonya picks up the cell phone, and she starts texting Otis. Otis then got a text and sent heart emojis back to Mandy's phone, thinking it was Mandy. Sonya deleted the texts. So she sent the texts saying that Mandy was going to be late. So there you go. We got the answer. Sonya is the culprit behind the text messages. Otis knew. Otis had an inkling of a feeling. She deleted the texts, and Sonya was then shown, telling someone off camera that he'll get what he wants and everyone will win. Sonya didn't want Mandy with Otis, and Dolph wanted Mandy. Sonya was the culprit. Ziggler was there. He says he looks forward to winning when it comes to Mandy. So back live in the arena, in the PC on the ramp, Mandy was just so brokenhearted over this. She looked at Sonya. Sonya was looking on. Ziggler looked exposed. He had this fucking dumbfounded face on. Mandy turned, walked away. Sonya was yelling, asking for forgiveness, and followed Mandy to the back. Otis chased after Ziggler, tripped him up, and Ziggler eventually got away. And that was it. Otis knows he will get Ziggler at WrestleMania. Well, I guess we got that filled in, and we got this new gimmick, this hacker-like security cam GTV type gimmick. Now, if it's Mustafa Ali, you know, I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not. Now, is it original? No, of course not. Bruce and original, SmackDown and original in the same breath? Give me a break. If it's Mustafa Ali, if it turns out to be Mustafa Ali, where this is his new gimmick, and it gives him some character, I'm going to be supportive of it until I see that it's not working. I hope it doesn't get to that point. A lot of people were clamoring for Mustafa Ali to be back on television, me included. I made a fucking running gag and running gimmick out of it on the show here. But a lot of people were under the impression that Mustafa Ali is fucking phenomenal in the ring, but he's got no character, he's got no charisma, got no promo ability. If this is Mustafa Ali getting a character and some sort of storyline and some gimmick, maybe he's gotten better on the microphone, maybe he's going to have some different type of vibe and charisma about him with this gimmick. I'm going to wait and see what happens with it. I'm going to give him a chance because I am very supportive of someone like Mustafa Ali. I've been wanting him on TV for a very long time. If he did not get this treatment, he would end up like the rest. Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. There's so many guys like Mustafa Ali on the roster. What's going to make Mustafa Ali stand out amongst those other guys who basically do the same thing as him? I mean, I could watch any of those guys' matches and say, there you go, there's Mustafa Ali. What makes Mustafa Ali stand out when next to Ricochet? Nothing. Nothing. One wears darker tights than the other, right? One wears Alexa Bliss gear and the other is fucking Batman hanging from a rafter. You know? It needs to work. And I hope that he can make it work. If it's Mustafa Ali, we don't even know. We don't even know. The segment itself was fun. The segment itself did the job, but looking at it, I can't help but think, man, what this segment would be, what this storyline would be with a live audience. What we've seen tonight, what would happen with a live audience, oohing and eyeing and being supportive of Otis, you know? So it sucks that there's nothing behind, there's no emotion from that live audience there. But this is WWE. They wanted to wrap everything up. Everything was a casualty when it comes to the outbreak. And they got to get everything on WrestleMania. And that's that. So I enjoyed it. I'm going to give Ali a chance. If this is Ali, we'll find out soon, hopefully. But I thought this worked, and I thought this was good stuff. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damiel Bryan. This one went... Man, I don't even know how long this went, but this one went to a DQ. I really didn't want... I could not bring myself to care about this. You know, under normal circumstances, I would fucking sit there and I would watch these two artists go at it. But all I could think about is, man, oh man, this is what a Damiel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura match has been reduced to on SmackDown. An empty arena. How could I care? How could I bring myself to care about this match? Absolutely no emotion. Nothing. I love both guys. I think both guys are fantastic wrestlers, but there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. This one ended with Cesaro, DQ. So Sammy was on commentary. Cesaro gave Bryan a neutralizer in the middle of the ring after causing a disqualification on a pinfall. So Cesaro backdrop Gulak over the barricade. Bryan leapt onto Cesaro. Cesaro slammed Bryan into the announce table. Sammy said this is a preview and a strategy of what's to come at WrestleMania. All three attacked Gulak and Bryan at ringside. Referee yelled at the wrestlers to get out of there. Cesaro gave Bryan a neutralizer. Like I said, Nakamura then hit a neutralizer. Sammy yelled at Bryan that if he doesn't want to listen to reason, this is what's going to happen. You've done enough, says the referee. Sammy then delivered a haluva kick to Damiel Bryan, and that's the way the segment ended. More than likely, Damiel Bryan's walking out the new Intercontinental Champion. Final segment of the show was John Cena and Bray Wyatt. I went over what I thought about it. I went over how I feel about it. Let's go over what John Cena actually said and detail his promo here before we get out of here. Cena made his way to the ring. He thanked Cole for setting the stage for this segment and the Fiend vs. Cena at WrestleMania. Said 1 month ago, WWE announced they'd continue their performances right here at the Performance Center in front of no live audience. He said it's a message that left everyone asking what's really going to happen. It's been a bit of a learning curve, he says. There's been some meh moments, some great moments. They're very few and far between, Cena. A lot of meh moments for sure. And together we have navigated this uncertainty. Thank you very much for allowing us to do so because it's let us hear the final minutes of the final broadcast before an unprecedented WrestleMania where once again all of us are asking what's really going to happen. So on the WWE Network, there will be an epic broadcast that will be the most viewed and most talked about in WWE history. He said it's the first time ever when no one really knows what's going to happen. He says it's been challenged, or he's been challenged, to a Firefly Funhouse match, and he cannot get a single human being in the back to tell him what a Funhouse match is. He said that's exactly what The Fiend wants. The Fiend loves uncertainty, because uncertainty can lead to fear, fear can lead to panic, and panic can lead to collapse. Man, John Cena is foreshadowing what the world is going through and what the economy is going through, what the fucking society is going through in about 3 seconds with that one line. Is John Cena talking about Bray Wyatt or is he talking about the pandemic? One and the same. One and the same. But the pandemic seems to be undefeated right now, longer than Bray Wyatt. Just saying. I'm here to tell you what's going to happen next. And we are on the eve of WrestleMania. All of us are staring into the uncertain, asking what happens next. So, I will not panic, he says. I sure as hell am not afraid. And I will sure as hell squash Bray Wyatt and finish what I started 6 years ago. He shook with intensity, really gave you that intense John Cena promo that I've loved all these years. He called Bray Wyatt a poor man's Mr. Rogers and accepted the challenge. So we see Rambling Rabbit, Huskus the Pig, Mercy the Buzzard, and Abby the Witch all spread about all the Firefly Funhouse puppets spread about the Performance Center. And the rabbit, Rambling Rabbit, said, "Uh-oh, he's here." The lights began to turn off, and Cena looked around, concerned. Lights came back on. We seen Bray Wyatt in the eagle perch above the stage there. And Cena stared him down. We had some creepy music playing in the background. Then Bray suddenly appeared behind John Cena, and he whispered in his ear, yelled almost, "Let me in." Then he disappeared with the lights flickering again, and Cena was left standing alone in the middle of the ring. Cena, talking about panic and fear, Cena was left in panic and fear by looking at both versions of The Fiend, or Bray Wyatt, both versions of Bray Wyatt, The Fiend and his human form in the middle of that ring. I thought this was incredible. I really did. And that needs to be a foreshadowing of what WWE gives us for this Firefly Funhouse match. Lot of good that came out of that segment, and I hope WWE utilizes that and shows us that either on Saturday or Sunday and really makes this thing feel special. Because right now, after this show and with this WrestleMania season, I don't feel anything is special, honestly. The way WWE went about the Braun Strowman announcement, awful. This entire build has been awful. Matches on this show, builds that a lot of people were interested in, ended up falling to the wayside. WWE has not put in any effort whatsoever to make any of these matches stand out at all, except Edge and Randy Orton. That's all I will say stands out on this show. For an entire WrestleMania card, you got one match. You got a boneyard match between AJ and The Undertaker. That's intriguing because you don't know what is going to be detailed in a boneyard match. And then you got the Firefly Funhouse match that got you kind of excited, but you don't know. So out of a two-night show, you got three uncertainty situations happening, and you don't know. That's not what I label a good show or a show that I'm excited about. SmackDown did not deliver. SmackDown hardly delivers ever, but that segment was fucking incredible, and it made me very intrigued and interested to see what they do on either Saturday or Sunday for WrestleMania. Remember, guys, I'll be live on Saturday afternoon around 1 p.m. I'll send you guys a notification on YouTube via the sub boxes, so make sure you guys are informed and aware about that. Follow me on social media for all your updates this week, and I'll be live tweeting. Great way to keep updated on Twitter at JD206. Same thing on Instagram. Thank you guys so very much for all the follows and support on social media. If you want to check out any of the other videos down below, please do so. Links are there for you. And audibletrial.com/officer. Guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much. I'll see you live tomorrow for the preview prediction show in the afternoon at 1 p.m. Be live tomorrow night for WrestleMania Night 1. And then we'll talk about WrestleMania all weekend long. I'll be here covering it for you right here on Off the Script. Until then, guys, see you for the live stream 1 p.m. tomorrow for episode 320.